boys, it's time to get back to work on the stroker. I've talked about this in several videos that I was getting a Dio headset for the Elite here, and I did it. I've been talking with someone over in Taiwan, and they were able to get me a headset off a Dio 2. I know there's a bunch of names for the scooter, but I know it as a Dio 2 headset, and I'm gonna cut to the clips when I open the rear handlebars because I actually got those like maybe 2 weeks ago, and I just got the actual headset in like maybe a week ago. Alright boys, this just showed up at my door at like 8:30 at night, and you know what that is right there. This is that package that I ordered from Taiwan with my Dio headset. I don't know which half of the headset this is because he sent it in 2 different packages, but straight from Taiwan. We got that Taiwan beer on here. Looks like we got the back half. That means the headlight and the front assembly is still on the way. Hopefully that comes tomorrow. Hell yeah. No way. The homie out in Taiwan who built this for me, I actually had a bunch of options on what I wanted to go with, and I went with the black backing. I got the white front that's not here yet, and I got the white like Speedo. There was like a blue Speedo, and then there was like this one, white and gray. But look at that, dude. It looks so good on there. And check this out. Little foreign Easter egg right there. From across the world, here we go with the headset. Just look at this thing. Like, it looks so good. I really do like the look of this a lot. Like, it looks, here's one. This one's all beat up right now. It's just sitting on there. But like, I like the look of this a lot. It's clean, but like this just looks like so futuristic to me. Like, it brings like a different era to the bike. I'm used to this because this is like just common over in Taiwan and other countries. But I think it's gonna change the whole look of the bike. Like, it's gonna look good. So there's a few ways you could do it. You can run the bars, but as you can see, these bars are like a pinch style clamp like that, whereas the Elite S bars actually have the big bolt on top right here. So you have to trim the stem, I believe even the frame, and you have to weld and shorten something, I believe the stem. I don't know, I've looked in that a little bit. Or I'm thinking to make my own tabs how these ones are and just mount the handlebars on there, because it really is just the tabs that the handlebars mount to. So I'm gonna take it apart right now and lay this headset on there and kind of get a general idea, and then I think I'm gonna cut up some tabs and possibly just tack weld them on there and see if I can get it to work, because I don't want to cut the frame, I don't want to cut the stem. I just got this stem and fork leg, so I don't want to do that. So I think this is my best route. But first things first, I gotta take it apart. Also, I'll be able to mount the gauges because I'll have the cluster. Boys, look at this cluster, this foreign piece, so fire. So I'll be able to put that on and probably put my gauges maybe like in this area right here on each side, something like that. So yes sir. The exhaust melted my fender right off. I'm gonna have to trim that fender up. I want a new fender. If someone has an extra fender, full fender, let me know. Also, I'm on the look for a under the seat fairing that goes right here, as well as the battery strap. And yeah boys, on the look for those. So if you have any extra Elite S parts, please let me know. Dude, look at the mess this dude made. He's just going in. Jeez, bro. All over the rug. Alright, so I just screwed the Dio headset on with just the front screw and just kind of got it set on there. Like I said, you can tell the tabs are totally different. That's where the tabs are for the Elite S. As you can see, this one's nowhere near that. So you gotta cut these tabs off so it can sit all the way forward, it looks like. Alright boys, that's how she looks with the front half of the Dio headset on. It makes the whole bike change, dude. It looks so good. I actually like how high it sits too. Like, that headset matches it. It's just like sleek up. This one's not slammed on the front, doesn't have the drop down legs, and it kind of looks pretty good in my opinion. I kind of like how high it's sitting right now. Got the Japan tail on it too. Too bad it's not the smoked one, but that's okay. Boys, so I mounted the headset again with no tabs on here right now. So basically, this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, let me turn this down. Lil Uzi, chill out for a sec. So this is basically what I'm thinking. Take the DO bars and cut the tabs off. These ones are literally tack welded, so that's even easier. Mine had full welds on it. Bolt to the back of the headset like it is, like the mounting point is. That way I know exactly where it is without having to do any measurements. Line it up, which it looked like it lined up pretty much exactly where the tabs were for the stock Elite bars, just in opposite spots, like below and above now, instead of direct, as you can see. Diagonal, whereas these ones are both just straight out. So mount those on, tack those on, and mount the back piece first, then screw the front on, because right now it's kind of this odd. I might have to chop this tab right here on the back of the bars. I'd want to maybe bend it up and utilize it, and then maybe drill a hole through the back of the headset and put a screw into there to hold it better. But I think I'll for sure have to cut this little piece off because it seemed like it was getting in the way, and just a few little things. Alright, so I got the headset on front and back right now. Dude, it looks so good because there's silver on the cluster, and then I got silver on the bottom of the scooter right here. This whole thing just looks so good now. Also put the stock Dio throttle on that came with the headset because it fits inside of here, as this quick throttle one doesn't. So that fits flush. It lines up with the hole in the bars to hold it from twisting. So everything looks good. I think I'm gonna weld on the tabs now. Using the stock Honda bar mount, I'm gonna cut it and drill a hole in it. And as you can see, that's the tab I bolted up floating. So if I have just a straight piece of metal going down, it looks like I line up perfect with that one. So might even be able to angle it to the side, line it directly with that, something like that in there. So
it's mine and yours. That's why you can start yourself a business, finding yours. My little bitch from Car City, cause my girls ain't stuck up now. I get like in and out of hole. I remember.
Alright, so this is the Honda Elite tab cut off and remounted. I technically didn't even need to cut the ones off the Dio bars, sadly, but I did. They were way too small, I wasn't able to use them. But gonna tack this right here, and then I'll grind it, and then tack the other side, and then gotta figure out one for this side.
I'm too paranoid,
First tab is on there and done. I just threw a couple tacks on it. That's all it is stock. It's just literally tack weld. So threw one on each side diagonally, and then one on the back just to prevent it from coming forward to back. So that shit is on there though. It's hot, but I can turn the whole bars by it. It's on there. Lines right up perfectly. Alright boys, so we lined up perfect with this one. I wanted about a 1/4 inch of gap all the way around the bars because that's how it looked stock. So it's not touching on the bars. It's hard to see, my camera won't focus. It's not touching on the bars on the front. It's about a 1/4 inch gap all the way around, which is perfect. I drilled a hole in the back of the cluster to go into the OEM Honda hole that's back here because it's not on the back of the Dio cluster. This one right here. So I drilled a hole in it, I lined it up. I got it almost perfectly straight. I'll have to adjust it a little bit to make it sit, but this side's sitting flush, so that looks really good. That's holding it there, this one's holding it up top. Technically I could probably be good with that, but I kind of want to put another tab here and pull this one. This one's a little trickier because I got to get the throttle in there and then measure around that. So I'm going to lay the throttle in there and try to get it exactly. Alright boys, so I think I might only run this tab and the back bolt, because usually it just has the 2 tabs, not even the back bolt. The reason being, that's the bolt hole back there, and it's literally behind the handlebars. I can't get a good, even with the 90 mount, I wouldn't be able to get a screw and a screwdriver in there. Then I thought about mounting it back to the Speedo bolt, but I'd have to, it's such a big washer bolt that I have to trim either the top of this Speedo or do something where it's like a cutout. Alright, bars are painted black. I just painted just over the welds just to not get them rusty. This is test fit with the brake levers on right now with the front half, just making sure I had the brake lever in the right spot in the reservoir because I need to tighten it down. It's gonna be hard to get to those bolts once I put the back half on. So almost forgot my throttle piece. Hold hold up. It was hard, very hard to get this thing to line up with the reservoir, to get the front line up with the reservoir, and to get it to line up with the hole. But I got the bolt in here. I can tighten this one down a little bit to fill this gap and put these bolts in. So I think we're looking good, boys. Just gotta pop this side in, but I think we're looking good. Just ran the gauges through so the gauges can sit on here now. So we're looking good, boys. About to throw the front plate on just to get a good idea of what she's really looking like. All the wiring I'm gonna have to do another day because I'm really gonna have to change. All the clips are different, so I'm gonna have to look more into that. Also, I think my blinkers have been cut off on my Elite harness from the previous guy, so gotta do that somehow too. So we'll see. Tap gauge glued down. There's the headset from the back. I gotta push this forward a little bit. Gotta find a way to push this like glove box forward a little bit because it's like sagging. Should look like I hold it for a screw now. It looks so good. So we had got a brand new Honda pulley for Chuck's scooter, and he put it on and it was all wonky right out of the box. Super wobbly. So he put back on his S-Trans.
It has still alright belt fitment, but not quite as good as the other one.
Yeah, it sits a little bit more down in there.
Yeah. But that's also a worn belt too, so.
Also the scorpion pipe's back on the 72 piece. No more wonky trans. Cop driving by in the back.
Alright. Yeah. Needs a little bit of tuning out now.
Yup. How could it? Yup. He's still going. He's going all the way down. He just went past the strip.
Damn.
He's almost to California right now on the wheelie still.